big hello to my YouTube family. Welcome to Diva Classes. This is Divya Vadvani, your English teacher. Today we'll be studying about the poem Dover Beach. If you have not seen the previous video in which I have taught you how to prepare a poem, please see it. So we'll be starting with the poem Dover Beach. Dover Beach is on the south coast of England. Means Dover is a place that is in the south coast of England. So it is written by Matthew Arnold. Matthew Arnold is he was a leading poet in the Victorian age, and he was also a cultural critic. I have taken these few lines from the book Evergreen. A part is given, means a part of introduction is given there, so I have taken it from that only. See, please don't mind seeing my handwriting here. I am very new to this that is why please handle it, please don't mind. See, the poem Dover Beach, it is written in 1867. It is a dramatic monologue. What is a dramatic monologue? It is a type of a poetry written in the form of a speech of an imagined individual character. Means any one person is speaking the whole poem. That is known as dramatic monologue. Mono means one. Dialogue is between two people. So this is a dramatic monologue, and it presents the ephemeral human feeling. Ephemeral means very short period or temporary, कुछ जो पल भर के लिए होती है वो वाली feeling of sadness through the image of sea. Means here sea is shown as an image of sadness. The poet expresses his views that the despair, hopelessness, despair is the antonym of hope. तो द पोएट एक्सप्रेसेस हिज व्यूज़, वो अपने व्यूज़ बताता है अबाउट डिस्पेयर, होपलेसनेस, निराशा पर, और फ्रस्ट्रेशन पर दैट इज़ इन द वर्ल्ड में जो ये सारी इल फीलिंग्स हैं, दैट इज़ ड्यू टू द डिक्लाइन ऑफ रिलीजियस फेथ. इट इज़ जस्ट बिकॉज पीपल हैव स्टॉप्ड बिलीविंग इन गॉड. The poem is marked by elegiac tone. What is elegy? It is a poem of serious reflection that laments the loss of something or someone. So what is elegy? It is a poem of serious reflection. मतलब this is a poem that tells about sadness. So elegy is something that laments something, or it is about sorrow or sadness. So we'll be starting from here. The sea is calm tonight. Now here the poet is saying that the sea is calm tonight. We believe that poet Matthew Arnold has gone to a place that is Dover Beach with his beloved, and he is telling all this to his beloved. Okay, so he starts the poem as the sea is calm tonight. He says that the sea is calm tonight. The tide is full. Tide is full means the sea is full. It has come to the beach. The moon lies fair. The moon lies fair means the moon has spread its light to the whole area there. Upon the straits, now let me show you the picture of a strait. Upon the straits, see, this picture I have taken just to make you imagine what is the poem setting. That is a cliff. This is a cliff, and this is the sea area, and this is obviously the beach, the third part. And then comes the strait. See, this is a strait. This area is a strait. This area is a strait. This is England, and these are the cliffs. This is the white cliff of Dover. So what is a strait? See, Strait of Dover. It is a narrow passage of water connecting two seas. Which two seas? The English Channel and here the Northern Sea. So this Strait of Dover is connecting English Channel and the North Sea. ठीक, now I hope you have understood the meaning of strait. So here the poet says, I am reading out the third line. Upon the straits the tide is full, the moon lies fair. That is, upon that narrow channel of the sea, the moon lies fair, means moon has spread its light. On the French, the light gleams and is gone. See, you have seen the strait has two parts. One side is France, one side is England. So the French, on the French, the light gleams and is gone. French के ऊपर से light gleams, it has brightened there, and now it has gone from that side. Now the cliffs of England stand. Here the cliffs of England are standing. They are glimmering, they are shining, and they are vast, means they are very huge, they are very long. Out in the tranquil bay. Tranquil, what does tranquil mean? Tranquil means peaceful. Tranquil means peaceful. So out in the tranquil bay. What is a bay? See, let me show you a after strait. This is a bay. ठीक, what is a bay? See, I have written it here. This is a bay. It is a broad inlet of the sea where the land curves inland, like your Bay of Bengal. So similarly, it is a broad inlet of sea where the land curves inwards. Land is curved inward. Okay, so that is a bay. Then coming back to our poem, what here it has been said that out in the tranquil bay, means the whole England area is glimmering. Come to the window, sweet is the night air. Now here the poet is telling to his beloved to come to the window because sweet is the night air. Only from the long line of spray where the sea meets the moon blanched land. Only from the long line of spray. Spray here means water. See, the wavy area of the sea is known as the long line of spray, means the long line of water, since it has gone from a very huge place. Where the sea meets the moon blanched land, where the sea, this wavy sea meets the land area. Which area? The moon blanched land area, means जहाँ पर मून की पूरी रोशनी पड़ी है उस एरिया में it has gone. Where the sea meets the moon blanched land area. Blanched, that is whitened by the light of the moon. Now again he says, listen you hear the grating roar. Now he is here speaking about the pebbles that make sound there. He is saying to his beloved to listen to the grating roar. Grating means harsh and unpleasant. Unpleasant, something you don't like. Pleasant is something that you like, or that is something that pleases you. Unpleasant is something that you don't like. Then he says, you hear the grating roar of pebbles which the waves draw back. Now he is saying that the grating roar, the sound of the pebbles which the waves draw back. What the waves do? These are the pebbles on the land. The sea waves, they come, they take them back and then fling. Fling means throw. जो लहरें हैं वो वापस आकर के उन पेबल्स को, उन छोटे छोटे पत्थर को वापस से उसी लैंड एरिया पे फेंक देती हैं. एट देयर रिटर्न अप द हाई स्ट्रैंड. एंड व्हाट द पेबल्स डू, व्हाट द सी डू, दिस सी थ्रोज. फ्लिंग मीन्स थ्रो द पेबल्स, और एट देयर रिटर्न, जब वो वापस जाती हैं तो वो उसको वापस वहीं पर ही फेंक देती हैं. वेयर? टू द सैंडी शोर और टू द हाई स्ट्रैंड. द पेबल्स आर थ्रोन ऑन दैट हाई स्ट्रैंड begin and cease and then begin again. Now he is talking about the sound that the waves make. What he is saying, that begin and cease, begin and cease and then begin again. Here, take begin and cease and then begin again, then again begin with tremulous cadence slow. Now slowly the music is continuously beginning. That trembling music of the waves is continuously beginning, and it is bringing the eternal note of sadness. Means the poet is finding sadness or melancholy in that sound of the waves. Okay, I hope you have understood this much part. Beginning with the second stanza, Sophocles long ago. Okay, so who is Sophocles? Sophocles, now I am reading out here. Sophocles long ago heard it on the Aegean. Aegean, here Aegean is a sea. Who is Sophocles? Sophocles is a tragedian. He was an ancient Greek playwright. Tragedian is a person who writes about sad things. So what he did, he heard it on the Aegean Sea. Let me show you Aegean Sea. See, this is the Aegean Sea near Greece, Athens. It is elongated embayment of the Mediterranean Sea between Europe and Asia. Embayment means again there is a bay forming place, and there you can find the sea. This is your Aegean Sea here. So what Sophocles did, the poet is remembering Sophocles, and he is saying that Sophocles long ago heard it on the Aegean Sea. You have seen it, and it brought into his mind the turbid ebb and flow. Turbid, that is muddy. Ebb means flowing in and out, means going in and out. So it brought into his mind that the turbid ebb, that muddy flow of the sea, is compared here to the human misery. That like Sophocles, who in the Aegean Sea found the muddy waves coming in and out, flowing from one place to another, as the voice of human misery. Similarly, here it is also found in the sound of a thought, hearing it by this distant northern sea. Here also he finds the poet finds it by this northern sea, that there is also the same sound of sadness. Now here in the third stanza, where is the third stanza? The sea of faith. Here sea is a symbol of faith. Was once too at the full and round earth's shore. See, this is earth, and the poet is saying that this earth was rounded by faith. means हर जगह हर इंसान के मन में एक दूसरे के लिए भरोसा था, and the religious faith or the faith in God. But अब ऐसा नहीं है. He is saying that the sea of faith was once too full and round earth's shore. Means it was, the earth's shore was all filled, like the earth is filled with water. Similarly, the sea of faith was also filled with faith, lay like the folds of a bright girdle furled. Girdle is a waist ornament, and it was furled, rolled, lay like the folds of a bright girdle furled. This globe was rounded, like suppose this is a globe, it is rounded by that waist ornament. It was rounded by the waist ornament, and but now I only hear. Now earlier he was saying earlier the sea of faith was filled with faith, but now what is happening now? It's melancholy. What is melancholy? Melancholy means sadness. What does melancholy means? It's melancholy, it's sadness, long withdrawing roar. Roar here is the sound of the sea that is very long, it is very vast. Withdrawing roar, वापस जाते वक्त जो उसकी आवाज़ हो रही है, retreating to the breath of the night wind. What is left behind? There is no faith, there is only melancholy, there is withdrawing roar. जब वो सी है वापस जा रही है, it is only going back, it is retreating to the breathe. What is leaving? What is that sea leaving behind? It is leaving behind the night wind, down the vast edges drear or dull. It is leaving behind the dull night winds and the naked shingles of the world, and it is leaving behind the small pebbles of the world. Means it is only leaving behind that dullness, dryness, that coldness in the heart of the people, because people don't trust each other now. Now in the next stanza, what is he saying? Ah, love, let us be true. He is saying to his beloved that let us be true and be loyal to each other, to one another, for the world which seems to lie before us, like, because why is he saying so? He is saying so because the world that is lying in front of us is like a land of dreams. It is like a land of dreams. बहुत सुंदर सा है, so various. It has a variety of things. It is beautiful. It is new. Hath, really, hath means has, really neither joy. वो लैंड ऑफ ड्रीम्स में ना ही जॉय है, ना ही लव है, ना ही लाइट है. लाइट मीन्स द ब्राइट साइड ऑफ थिंग्स. ठीक, अंधेरा नहीं, मतलब उजेला भी नहीं है वहाँ पर. नॉट सर्टिट्यूड, सर्टिट्यूड सर्टेनिटी ऑफ थिंग्स, किसी चीज़ के होने की आशा भी बहुत कम है. नाइदर देयर इज पीस nor help for pain. Neither there is help for pain. If you are in pain, no one is going to help you in such land here. So, and we are here as on a darkling plain. We are here on a dark plain, means we both are here, or he is saying that the world is lying here on a dark plain जहाँ पर सिर्फ अंधेरा है. Swept with confused alarms of struggle and flight, and people are swept, swayed away by the confused alarms of struggle. इस alarms क्यों बोला है? Because it is a sound of damage. Why? Because people are struggling. Who are struggling? The very last line. This is where ignorant armies clash by night. Ignorant is a person who does not know anything. ठीक, जिसको नहीं पता कुछ, मतलब ignorant, अज्ञात जिसे कहते हैं. तो he is a person, मतलब those armies, those soldiers are lying on the dark plain, जो एक दूसरे से clash कर रहे हैं अंधेरे में, रात में. They are swept with confused alarms of struggle and flight. Flight here means the instinctive physiological reaction of people. मीन्स वो क्या करते हैं, दिमाग से या वो रिस्पॉन्स देते हैं, या तो वो लड़ते हैं या तो वो भाग जाते हैं. तो इफ़ यू विल फाइंड इट समवेयर, यू विल फाइंड टू वर्ड्स. देखो, एक फ्लाइट होता है जिसमें लोग दैट इज़ अ नाउन फॉर्म ऑफ गोइंग समवेयर थ्रू एयर, और एक फ्लाइट यहाँ पर दिया, इट इज़ अ फ्रेज ऑफ फाइट. दैट मीन्स द पर्सन हु इज़ रिएक्टिंग टू सम नेगेटिव सिचुएशन, कोई डरावनी सिचुएशन में जब कोई पर्सन रिएक्ट करता है, या तो वो लड़ता है या तो वो भाग जाता है, तो उसी को यहाँ पर बोला गया है दैट अलार्म्स ऑफ स्ट्रगल एंड फ्लाइट, आइदर द पर्सन स्ट्रगल्स देयर और ही runs away. But here the world is full of confusions, loss of faith, and the armies are clashing with each other by the night. Means they are, रात के अंधेरे में जब उन्हें कुछ नहीं दिख रहा है तो they are fighting with each other. Similarly, there is blindness in the eyes of people. People don't believe each other, they don't have faith on each other, and this is what the poet is saying. He is requesting his beloved, let us be true or be loyal. Okay, I hope you have understood this poem. If not, then also tell me. If you have understood, then also tell me. And if you have any problem in any of the topics of English, if you have any problem in any of the topics of English, please mention in the comment box. Thank you.